righty. We're about ready to go ahead and get this day started. Just waiting on a few more things over here. So let me go live. Just getting live on Instagram here. Good morning, YouTube. Who's ever joining me this morning? I thank you to my subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And let me go here. I think I'm going to pull this down here so everybody can kind of like get a better bird's eye view. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, right? Yep. And thank you for joining me on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Good morning. Facebook land, Instagram land, and my YouTube land. I got all three going, right? So just good morning to all viewers this morning. Welcome. As you can see, I have my coffee. And I'm back home in my normal surrounding. As some people say, my normal zen. Folks say all kind of stuff, right? So good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Conversation with Carol. Somebody told me yesterday when I was doing this yesterday out of town. They said, where did you get the name Coffee and Convos? And I was just like, well, um, we were talking one day and I was just like, it's going to be Convos with Carol. And someone suggested it should be Coffee and Convos with Carol, because when you having coffee, sometimes when you're sipping on your coffee and you're thinking and, thoughts just come all in your head and it'd be good conversation. So why can't it be Coffee and Convos with Carol? And this lady looked at me and she said, and I was telling her about it because I was getting something to eat. Actually, I was telling her, I have to go do this show that I'm starting, this live cast. And so I need you to, kind of hurry up with my food so I can go. And so she said, you know what? You are so vibrant. That's what she told me. She told me, you are so vibrant. She told me, she was like, oh, you're just like a wake up person. Good morning, Chica. Good morning. And I said, well, thank you. I said, well, thank you. And I was telling her about this live cast that I'm doing, and I asked her to subscribe to the YouTube. I asked her to go on to my, Facebook and Instagram and everything. And she said, you know what? You should have named it Wake Up with Carol. I said, you know what? That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. I don't know. Maybe something in the works. Something in the works. Wake Up with Carol. But anywho, I thought that was pretty cool. But welcome, welcome, welcome to Coffee and Conversation with Carol. I have my coffee because I'm a coffee drinker. Um, and to let people know, I put a little creamer in my coffee, but I always have a cup of coffee, black. hmm Just people who want to lose weight and get it going. Trust me, black coffee. Just drink it black. It'll help you. Trust me. Trust me. So I do put creamer in it, but I always have a cup black. Now I might defeat the purpose, but I do have me a cup of black coffee every day as well. So normally when I'm on here, I'm on my second cup. I'm on my second cup. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. And I thought to myself, what are we going to talk about today? Yesterday, I thought was a good conversation we had on, do you live to work or do you work to live? And I mean, people were still inboxing me later about their thoughts, about their agreements, about their disagreements, why it should be certain ways and why it shouldn't be this way. And I was just static about all of it. And I was just like, okay, 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 okay. It all sounds good. It was just great dialogue. And I was even texting people like late over in the night that were like really still coming about that topic. So I said that Maybe later this week I can bring the topic back up so that we can continue it, because people really had a lot to say about whether we are living to work or working to live. They had a lot to say about that. But one of the things that I thought about yesterday after we had that topic, and just going back to my little weekend vacation with my good buddies, baby. Let me tell you, we sit and we talk and we have us a good time. One of the things I wanted to talk about, we were talking about contentment. We were talking about contentment, and we were talking about confidence. And one of the things that came up is that sometimes when you're in an area of confidence, other people seem to make it as if you are prideful, or it's your ego. You know how like sometimes you just confident in how you look, or you're confident in your walk, or you're confident in that you know your job, or things of that nature. And sometimes people can take that confidence as prideful, but it's not prideful when you are confident in knowing that you know what you're doing. You know what you know. And that's one of the things I've always said. I know what I know. If I don't know it, I'm let me tell you, if I don't know it, I'm confident enough to tell you I don't know it. But some people take confidence and they make it a negative. And they say, "Oh, well, you think you all that, you this and that." But having confidence in oneself does not make it a bad thing. Pride and ego stricken things of that nature are different from just being confident in knowing what you know, being confident in doing what you're doing, and everything of that nature. So I want to know, does others confidence levels bother you? Does others confidence level bother you? Because I believe some people can be it doesn't bother me. I love to see confident people. I love to see people who are, uh, who know what they know. They walk with their head up high, and they don't let anybody deter them from that. For me, I believe that's beautiful, whether it's a woman or a man. If you are confident in yourself, it's your job, your relationship, you can tag it to a lot of stuff. If you're confident in it, I think it's a beautiful thing. But for other folks, it could bother them. Their confidence levels bothers people, and I think sometimes that's what it be. It be the confidence level. When you at work sometimes and you have a coworker who tends to be a little bit more rude, or tends to be a little bit more, you're not all on board when it comes to doing the things that we need to do as a team. Sometimes because of that confidence level, that can be offensive to other people. It surely can. So that can be offensive to other people. um I don't know what's going on with my Instagram. It kind of went out. Okay, there we go. So that can be a confidence level for other people. I enjoy the company of a confident person. I enjoy the company of a confident person too. I do. It for me, hey, if you're confident in what you do, be confident in that. I enjoy that. That's what I enjoy, because then you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, and that actually that helps me feel. Let's take for example work. If I'm working with if I'm working with I see your comment. I'm going to come right to it, Tanisha. If I see a person and they're helping me, or they're showing me what to do, and I see that they know what they're doing and know what they're talking about, I don't mind being in that company. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. I love to see everyone win, but I have been told by someone I sit on a high horse, but was later apologized to because they didn't understand. And see, that's the thing. So I have a person over on Instagram, since I got 3 different streamings going. She says it doesn't bother her. I love to see everyone win, but I have been told by people I sit on a high horse, but was later apologized to because they didn't understand. And that's the thing. And this and over here on Facebook, it says, I enjoy the company of a confident person. See, when people don't understand, they tend to think that you are on a high horse or that you are lifted up in pride or that your ego is so big that you can't, when you when you are have that confidence, you get people like that and they don't understand. And it doesn't have anything to do that you're doing something wrong or that you're saying something wrong or any of that nature. It's just that those people don't agree or can't, I guess, link, would you say, or connect with that confidence level? I would say connect, because when you're working or building a relationship, you have to have some type of connection. Even if it's work, you need some type of connection in order, especially if you're working as a team to work that. Now, if you ain't got to work as a team and you're a loner at work and you don't need, X, Y, and Z to help out, then maybe that's different. But when you're working as a team, you need to have some type of connection with the team you working with in order to get the work done. And I would assume that if you're working on a project or if you're working, I'm not savvy in corporate type work. I'm That's not my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is nursing. And so with nursing, there is a team. You got rehab, you got the doctors, you got the nurses, of course, you got the CNAs, you got housekeeping, you got dietary, you got the front office, you got your administration, you got your DON, sometimes you got your ADON. So there's a lot of components that goes with that. And a lot of times all attitudes don't come or mesh. But if you are a person who is confident in what you can bring those people together to mesh it all, to bring it all together. You really can. You should put yourself on the highest horse, because if you don't, who will? So Chica says you should put yourself on the highest horse, because if you don't, who will? So I guess that brings about another question. Because when people say people are on a high horse, they're really saying that you're like stuck up. That's what I've always took it as, that you think you are better than others. So with that response, Chica, where you say you should put yourself on the highest horse because if you don't, who will? Is that more of an ego thing? Is that more of a pride thing? Or is that just saying, hey, I'm confident in what I know and I'm gonna pat myself on the back if nobody else does? Because when Tanisha over here said, it doesn't bother me, I love to see everyone win, but she's been told that she sits on a high horse. Isn't that the age old high horse saying that, hey, I'm up here and you're down there and I'm better than you and you're not better than me? Isn't that what that means though? When someone says that, that's a that's an interesting response. So I want to hear what people say about that, because for me, I always thought when someone says I'm sitting up on a high horse, or I think I'm on a high horse, or if I feel like I'm on a high horse, that was always the epitome of I'm better than you and you ain't better than me. So is that what that means, or does everybody have a different meaning for that? Because she's saying put yourself up there, because if you don't, who will? Is that the same as saying I'm confident, or is that more of an ego thing? Interesting. Hey, I'm between both lines. I'd be like, I wonder, because some people take that as that's a lot of ego there. But some people might say, hey, if you ain't gonna pat yourself on the back, who will? You got to have that support. So who will? Good morning, Spirit. You ain't working this morning? So I really would like to, with that response from my cheek over here, you should put yourself on the highest horse, because if you don't, who will? And good morning to everybody that's just joining. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, good morning. We are talking about, does others' confidence levels bother you? Does other people confidence levels bother you? And I was saying that some people are bothered by it. Okay, okay. Good morning. And no, ma'am, no, she ain't at work. Okay, so Tanisha says this, uh, Chica. Tanisha says, I took it as an offense, but I will not hold my standards low. I would have took it as an offense too, and you shouldn't hold your standards low. You should not hold your standards low because, again, I believe that when you have confidence in something, you believe that you know what you're talking about and you're here to present it or to do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know, that's just like I'll say, for example, a speaker at church that's going to come and speak. When I listen to that speaker put the words together or take from scripture and read the scripture, and then add a title to it and then speak the word, I'm like, this is a bad brother or sister, depending on who's up there, because they're putting it together. I'm understanding it. When someone comes up to speak, whether it's at church or wherever, I could be at a meeting or an event. When they speak with poise and they have or they can speak and speak to people that can get an understanding, I'm with that person because I like it when a person's able to put words together, connect them, and have an understanding meaning to them. So yeah, you took offense to it, but you will not. I wouldn't hold myself at a lower standard either. And I think that's where what we're talking about when she said, put yourself on a high horse because who will? But some people take being on a high horse as offensive. So I get that. So you didn't take it offensively, but you don't hold yourself at a low standard. Let me see. She responded, absolutely not. As adults, we make different choices that have different outcomes. So one will interpret that as arrogance, but I've always thought highly of myself and never waited for people to see it. Okay. Nope. She said, nope, absolutely not. Put yourself on a high horse because as adults, we make different choices that have different outcomes. So one will interpret that as arrogance, but I've always thought highly of myself and never waited for people to see it. Yeah. So that's the same as you saying, I don't hold yourself as my standards low. And I don't think that you should. I don't think that we should. We shouldn't hold our standards low. We shouldn't we should absolutely um always hold ourselves in a higher bracket because again, we're talking about confidence. And if you don't have confidence, who will? I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree that people do interpret it different. I do agree with that too. Okay, I like that. Don't and yes, he did say that. So Tanisha said, and don't let my confidence offend your insecurities. And Deion Sanders did say that on one of a show or a podcast he was doing. He said, don't let my confidence offend your insecurities. So then that posed the question of, then that goes to the question of this morning. Are people's insecurities the one that's being bothered? Does your insecurities bother your confidence? Because if you might not have none. Hey, if you insecure about some things, you might not have no confidence there. It makes sense. We have to get out of the mindset of giving a watered down version of us to make people, he's coming up, feel comfortable. Yeah. So Chica says we have to get out of the mindset of giving a watered down version of us to make people feel comfortable. I like that. Yeah. Because we shouldn't little ourselves because you insecure about whatever. Which with this statement that Tanisha just gave us over here, don't let my confidence offend your insecurities. And Deion Sanders said that, and I totally agree. And it's the same thing what Chica is saying. We have to get out of the mindset of giving a watered down version of us to make people feel comfortable because you're not comfortable with me, so I should not be who I am because you're not comfortable with it. And that goes to the affirmation I said the other day, which was last week, I believe. I gave an affirmation that says, I give myself permission to be myself. And what that means is basically what we're saying right now. uh I'm not gonna, water down me to make you feel comfortable. I'm not gonna take away from me because you don't like something about me. We have to be comfortable in us. We have to be confident in us, in yourself. So for me, I have to be confident for me, for Carol, and for you, you have to be confident for yourself. Take I put yourself in there. Put yourself in there and say, you know what? I gotta be confident for me, whoever you might be. And we need to teach our children that too. You need to teach children to be confident in themselves. Your when you look at yourself, a lot of times people are not confident in the way they look. They're not confident in the way they talk, and those type of things need to be put into a child as well, because then we grow up with those insecurities, right? If I feel like my legs don't look right, you know, and now I'm not confident about my legs, or people talk about me. You have to learn how to love. It goes back to loving yourself, and not just loving what others love, but really loving yourself. Okay? Really loving yourself. That's what that goes back to. Really loving yourself. That's what that goes back to. Really loving yourself. So that's what that goes back to. You have to really, really, really be confident in you. You have to really pat yourself on the back and know what you know. And you can't let others' insecurities water you down. You can't let other insecurities make you set yourself at a lower standard, you know, because you're going to offend people. Not everybody is going to be okay with your confidence level. Not everybody's going to be okay with it. Some people are going to take offense to it. Some people are going to be mad at it. Some people are going to be downright ugly with it. But if your confidence level is there and it's you, then just like that affirmation said last week, give yourself permission to be yourself. And if it's not comfortable with someone else, then that's the other person's problem, not your problem. So I really, really enjoyed that thought. Does other people confidence bother you? That's what we're talking about. I see some people joining in, and we had some good dialogue today. Chica and Tanisha was going in with these don't let nobody hold you at a low standard. You should absolutely hold yourself at a high standard. Don't let nobody attempt to water down, or don't you water down yourself for someone else. And don't let nobody else confidence offend. Don't let people's insecurities offend your confidence. Don't let people's insecurities offend your confidence. You're the one that's confident in what you're doing and what you're saying. And don't let nobody come at you like that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I think that's a positive thing. I think that's a positive thing. And you might help somebody. You might help somebody, because somebody might say, I don't really feel secure in this or secure in that. And I've heard that before. I don't know how this person does that. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do that. They have to build themselves up to do certain things. And it's okay. Everybody's not where other people are. But don't you take your insecurities and put it off on somebody else as if they're arrogant, because that doesn't mean that. That just means that they're confident in what they know. They're confident in what they're doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a very difference between being arrogant and downright just a nasty attitude versus someone that's confident. There is a big, big difference. And today we kind of touched on that. We really did. And I like that we have to get out of the mindset of giving a watered down version of us to make people feel comfortable. And I like the requote of, don't let my confidence offend your insecurities, because it's I'm not going to change my confident level because you're not comfortable with it, because of something that you lack. So I really, 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 really enjoyed that. And on this thoughtful Tuesday, we had Tuesday. Thank you all for joining. I see some people coming in on my YouTube. So I just want to remind everybody, my link for my YouTube is in my bios on Facebook and on Instagram. I want you to click that link. I want you to subscribe, because I am live streaming on YouTube. And I want you to join me every morning at 8:30 with Coffee and Convo for Carol. I know it's coffee and convo. You might not drink coffee. If you drink tea, bring your tea. It's just sipping and having some good old conversation every morning at 8:30. And again, my professional profile, the Coffee and Convo page, I am now up to 70 followers. I need 100 people. Now I know I can get 30 more people. 30. I follow 702 people on my Facebook page, Carol Smiles All the Time. So out of those 700 people, I know I can get 100. I'm at 70. So I know I can get 100 people to follow me on Instagram and on Facebook at Coffee and Combos with Carol. 100. I need 100. And I know I can get that. I know I can. Not only do I know I can get 100, I know that all of you can go to my link in my bio and follow me on YouTube. And I am streaming live as we talk. Streaming live as we talk. I'm on all three platforms. And guess what? On YouTube, I can be in the car while you're on your way to work before you punch in at 9. Yep, yep, yep. If you follow me, though, you got to go subscribe and follow me. I'm on there. I am on there. I promise you I'm on there. We're having good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Wake up. Wake up with me. Wake up with Carol. Get your coffee, get your thoughts, and come on with it. So come on and follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. This is a good thing. It trust me. I got some other stuff for you. Ooh, wait till you see tomorrow. It's gonna be a big surprise. Big, big surprise. So wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. Also tomorrow is Juneteenth Day. Join me in my organization down at Juneteenth celebration. And we're going to have a hydration and information station down at Juneteenth. So look for we the nurses, join us, join us. Join us. It's going to be a hydration and information station, and join some of the other vendors that's going to be down there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty great. So tomorrow is Juneteenth Day, and for people who are going to be off, come on down. We're going to be down there enjoying ourselves, giving out information, connecting with the community, and doing all of that great stuff. Okay. And you can get more information on tomorrow. Also, don't forget that this month is Men's Health Month. It is Men's Health Month. And so, again, men that are needing to be looked at emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. If you have a man in your life that you care for, maybe he needs somebody to talk to. Maybe he needs a doctor. Maybe he needs a checkup. Sometimes men can be stubborn in those areas. So just talk to them and see where their needs are, and then follow suit for what they might need. Doctor, a therapist, a spiritual counselor, any of those areas are always needed, and it's good to love on yourself in that way, and to give yourself self-care in that way. And guess what? It's okay if you're a wife, a significant other, whatever you want to put there, and your mate needs it. It's okay to be a supportive mate and help them in that area. Also, I believe this month was Pride Month, so happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. Um, we folks got all kind of folks in their family. I know I do. So guess what? I support where I support. Love is love, honey. And so that's what Carol does. All right. It is what it is. So I want everybody to know that. Also, if you are looking for some free advertisement, inbox me. I'm here for it. Inbox me. I love to support black owned businesses. I love to support small businesses. So if you are someone who is looking for some free advertisement, I'm here. I am here. If you're looking to promote it and get it out there, I'm here every morning at 8:30. I have a lot of people on, so I am here to give that support, okay? And that's what it's all about. It's about connecting with the community. It's about connecting with each other. It's about having conversation and dialogue, inspiring, encouraging, and giving each other hope on a daily. Thank you for joining me on today. I appreciate the dialogue and the feedback. And again, that link is in my bio. Join me on YouTube, streaming live. Join me here every day, 8:30 to 9 on Instagram and Facebook. But once I get up to 100, I'm going to switch over these pages. So go follow me. Come on, y'all. Go follow me. All right. I want you all to have a great day. Today is Thoughtful Tuesday. So always give somebody something good to say. And this is what I want to leave with y'all today. I want y'all to live. I want y'all to love. Never, ever forget to laugh, and always forgive. One love. Bye-bye.